It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Steelers and the Texans under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The wait is finally over. We're in Garden, Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 61 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got him in, complete. And they get it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Again, it's Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. And Stroud now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Here's Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Fields now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Will Anderson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Stroud looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs, 57 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go along, man. I'll hurt you. And it worked really well for them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Fields. That's to his rookie wideout from Wisconsin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 32 yards. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Now they'll go with a reverse. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he is finally stopped. Boy, he almost made it, but not quite. Down around the 5-yard line. What a return. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Back to throw, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. This one finds Austin out right. Sheds off the tackle. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Fields throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback in 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off. And coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. Now it's Fields. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Will Anderson now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday Night Open. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, they'll try to run a reverse here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. They juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Stroud off the play fake. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Stroud to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Now, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
He finds Pickens over the middle. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud to Mixon on the check down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And the Steelers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out comes Houston. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now
that's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Stroud out of the gun here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And Stroud now to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Houston. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
To throw is Fields.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and they're going into the ground. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes a reverse.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Fields now to throw. That is caught.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that
It's week 2 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Return team.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Carr now to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And that'll bring up second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sucked them last week resolves itself this time around.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. A nice little juke. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 11 at a Texans 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. Dodges him at the 50. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The Texans had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2. And got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins. 47 yards. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Carr. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
By Will Anderson, a 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
2nd and 5. Stroud looking to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll roll it.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted.